How's it going? Cringe here at, well, it's going to be Vidcon tomorrow. Right now it's just the Melbourne Convention Centre. But what's this? A press badge. We got to speak with Josiah Brooks, aka Draw with Jazza. You might have seen his channel around. He is a animator, TV personality, jack of all trades. He straight up said cringy in this interview. Please pay attention to it. We got to speak with him about all the things that he does. He's got his main channel. He's got a vlog channel. He did a TV series. And yeah, we spoke about how the hell he keeps up with all of that. So please watch.
My name isn't Jazza, but my digital name is Jazza, and I have a YouTube channel called Draw with Jazza, which I started sort of as a way to teach art and animation, and that's evolved into sort of an entertainment channel over the last 5.5 years. So yeah, I do lots of, basically my mantra is I have fun with art. So if it's a visual medium, you know, sculpting, painting, drawing, virtual reality, I like to use it to make art, even if it's something like whiteout or highlighters or, you know, Sharpies. You know, basically, if I can have fun with art and share that with people, that's what I like to do.
Where did that sort of original passion come from? Was that something you were already invested in before you came to Newgrounds and YouTube and Twitch with that? Yeah,
look, I've been obsessed with drawing since I was 11, and I've wanted to do it as my career since then. Like from that age, I was like, this is what I want to do. And the platforms and the places you can do that have evolved, you know. So Newgrounds was one of those first places. Actually, before Newgrounds was sticksuicide.com, where I made like stick figure fights and stuff. And then that sort of evolved over time. YouTube became a big thing, Twitch for streaming and stuff like that. And basically, there's a huge amount of social platforms at your disposal, and they all have different sort of feels. They all have a different flavour.
Right.
And really, I think the key is to find the one that suits your flavour and sort of let yourself free creatively.
Well, on that note, I mean, Newgrounds might be known to some people as being a little bit spicier than others. Yeah. What's been that transition like between, I'm not sure in terms of the timeline between Newgrounds and YouTube, but yeah. In terms of the content and the tone and how you present that to audiences, what are some of the things that you've had to come to terms with in moving from those primary platforms?
Honestly, not too much.
Okay.
Because I've always been a bit more vanilla than most of my Newgrounds comrades. Yeah. Right. So like, I mean, and I love Newgrounds and I love their tone, but actually I and my content, I never felt exactly like I was the same sort of punk rock. You know, I was a little too pop,
right.
You know, and I always sort of have been. And I actually was looking back at old footage of like little behind the scenes videos I made of myself when I was 16. And I was like, I was a YouTuber before I was on YouTube, you know, like this is so cringy. But, you know, so I'm really lucky because like I said, like YouTube is actually my flavor. And when I sort of migrated to that platform and began to create content there, it's where I actually got to flourish creatively, which is really cool.
In terms of YouTube, you've been doing sort of the main project for a while, and then you've also started doing daily vlogging as well on top of that.
Yeah.
What has that been like?
What has that been like? That's a multifaceted answer. There are many reasons I started and many reasons why I didn't want to start.
Yeah.
But to give you a simple answer.
What were some of the main reasons you didn't want to start, sorry?
Because I find many vlogs cringy. I don't love many vlog channels,
yeah.
Right? There are some I think do a great job, and there are a lot I just don't see the value in.
Okay.
But I felt like there was something I could bring. Like my motivation wasn't I want to be a vlogger.
Yeah, exactly.
My motivation has always been to connect with my audience and, you know, lift the veil. You know, like people think that being a YouTuber is this great mystery, or that, you know, I can't do what he's doing or what she's doing because they have all that equipment, or, you know, and to just, I opened up my vlog channel as an avenue to both reveal the mystery of, do you know what, it's just me in a room with a camera.
Yeah.
These are the horrible things I'm dealing with this week. This is the exciting thing that's happening this week that came out of nowhere. So it's really sort of removed the mystery, and I thought invited people into the excitement. But also, it's an avenue where I can also directly answer and interact with my vlog channel audience, right? Because my main channel is content. It's like, you know, challenges and tutorials and stuff, and update videos or things where I'm talking about
it's
my
not
life,
that sort of two-way.
Yeah, that interrupts what people have joined that channel for.
Right.
So I wanted to more consistent way to have direct communication with my audience, ask them questions and answer their questions. And that's what the vlog channel really was motivated by.
What's it like balancing that vlog channel with having a young family? How is, in your mind, what are some of the struggles? What are some of the struggles there in terms of making sure that you're comfortable in what goes in and what people are saying?
That's a good question. On the day I decided to start the vlog channel, I sort of essentially pitched it to my wife,
right.
you know, because I needed to make sure she was on board. We live a very hectic life. We have a lot we try and do. She manages the business end, I manage the content end, and it's a real juggling act. It's a balancing act. And when I had this idea that I wanted to start more daily content, you know, it seems like a really stupid thing to do when we felt like we're barely managing
it can be a bit confronting.
But the pitch was, I realized I could do this 100% on my phone. I can film it on my phone, I can edit it on my phone with this program, I can render it and upload it and make a thumbnail and just do 100% of it on my phone. So that was what made me think, okay, I can do this. I can travel and do it, I can sit on the toilet and edit.
Being able to sit it's sort of achievable.
Yeah, absolutely. So I sort of pitched it in that sense. It has added time, you know, it's still more work, but at the same time, the value it's brought it's hard to even describe. It's been more monumental than I actually thought it would be. So
has that negatively impacted the sort of main channel content that you're producing?
No, I think positively in a big way.
Okay.
I think it's taught me to be really relaxed.
Right.
You know, like I used to be a little more wired or a little more, you know, I'm not the most social or composed guy. I'm a bit, you know, and it's taught me to just relax a bit, you know, and when you get used to just pulling out your phone and just talking and just doing that, the comfort that you build becomes really transparent to your audience. And I actually think on my main channel, my content's become much more like comfortable and sort of relaxed and enjoyable, I think, as a result.
Has the content on Twitch sort of influenced that as well?
Yes, in the same way.
Right.
My streaming is the same motivation as the vlogging.
Right.
I really want that direct contact with my audience. I love seeing what they say as they say it. I love being challenged by them. So if I'm drawing a picture and 40 people at once are saying, give him a purple hat, then I'm like, okay, I'll give him a purple hat. You know, like I like to let them sort of push me around a bit, and they love that they get to do that. And I put a lot of polls and votes out there, and it's a really, that's the beautiful thing about social media. It's such a dialogue, you know, it's really cool.
You co-created a children's television art show, Cartoon It Up.
Yep. On ABC
How?
3. ABC Me.
ABC. Yeah, I was about to be like, don't.
I forgot about it.
What's the channel called again? What's that been like in terms of going from something that is, you don't really need to ask permission to upload YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
But then to work with a network like ABC, what challenges has that posed?
Not many, to be honest. It was actually filmed in a short period of time.
Right.
I think it was a total of maybe 3 or 4 weeks work from my perspective. You know?
Right.
So most of that was preparation, and then there was 1 week's filming. And that was also spread through time. Like it wasn't all in the one pocket. We do the, you know, week here, week there until we did the filming. And the good thing is it was all their thing, you know, like they had crew, they did the filming, they did the post-production. I got to have my input, and I asked to make sure I could have my input, and I animated the opening character. Like I really wanted, I like to make sure that anything I put my name on and brand on and input into is something I can vouch for. So that was really great. As far, I wouldn't say there are real negatives. I guess it's interesting, I guess, from a perspective where, like you say, you don't need permission to put up a video.
Yeah.
So there were filters that I was unfamiliar with, but had understanding for. I get it. It's a kids show. You know, they have like some more conservative perspectives they need to be careful about, and I respect that.
You can't bring that new.
I think the funny story I'll sort of tell people is like there was one character who was a glamorous koala, and I drew her a bit too glamorously for the ABC. You know, a little bit of a slit down the leg of the dress and a little bustier than they were comfortable with. So there, we went through some iterations until the koala was a little more kid-friendly. It wasn't like unfamily friendly, but I guess, it was that filter that I wasn't
A little bit more risque.
Yeah, I'm a bit more free-thinking than I guess ABC me, but that was really, it was informative and really interesting to learn from,
So you've been juggling all of these projects, you've been adding more and more to your workload as I suppose time goes on. What are you wanting to do moving forward? Have you got sort of
Take over the world.
World domination. Who would have guessed? But yeah, like, are you wanting to sort of focus? Are you wanting to branch out? Where do you see yourself in the next few years?
Look, I think most people who do what I do always want to branch out.
Yeah.
And I think that's it's a bad addiction to have, but it's also a necessary thing, because that's how it's like sifting for gold. You're going to pick up a whole bunch of dirt and you're going to slowly get rid of the mud and the rocks until you find the things that work and that are really valuable. So yeah, like the daily vlog thing, you know, we had to reel it back a bit. I went from doing every video every day to saying, okay, I'll do weekday videos and a weekend video if I have the energy, so that I'm not imposing on my family time and losing that. You know, we had to learn that. We had to balance that. You know, same with the main channel content and stuff like that. It's like you add and you take away, and you just balance and learn about the platform, learn about your audience, and it's a very organic thing. As far as what's coming in the future, I tend to be ambitious. Like, I like to think big and have small expectations. That's my approach. I like to be optimistic in my goals and pessimistic in terms of what I think will happen. And I think that way you're always going to be happy with whatever happens. So yeah, I love the idea of doing like a premium quality, like reality style show centered around art and making a living off of art or art entertainment. So, you know, like whether it be Netflix or YouTube Red, I like the idea of that, but I would never sacrifice what I'm doing. So, and that's one of the major lessons we've learned with the TV show, with the book, with the vlog channel. Everything we do when we're sifting and balancing has to not impinge on the Draw with Jazza channel. So everything is all like, that's been our core focus, and we're never gonna sacrifice on what we put into that.
Well, I wish you all the best. Can't wait to see what comes from you next. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I really appreciate talking. Cheers.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more stuff out of Vidcon, because it's coming. Vidcon hasn't even started yet. If we upload this when we think we're going to upload it, it's coming. Subscribe. YouTube.com/NewGamePlusTV. Go to the website newgameplus.tv and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Because what else are you doing right now? Facebook.com/NewGamePlusTV. Twitter.com/NewGamePlusTV. I'm Cringeworthy. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.